Kelly. Rachel, if you can do the karakia, please.
Kia ora, your worship. E noi tātou. Whakataka te hau ki te uru, whakataka te hau ki te tonga. Kia mā kina kina ki uta, kia mā taratara ki tai. E hi aki ana te atakura, he teo, he hoka, he hauhu, tihei, mauri ora.
Kia ora. Thank you, Rachel. Kelly?
Tēnā koe, Councillor Smith, ki te karakia. Ngā mihi nui he tangata for joining us this morning, this afternoon, and in my I was supposed to start. Kia ora koutou katoa. Oh, I'm going to hand over to Moko. So nervous.
Moko, the floor is yours if you unmute, please. Thank you.
Kia ora katoa. Koia tēnei ko te mihi o te kaunihira o Taitukera ki te raki ki a koutou katoa mo te wiki o te reo Māori e mihi ana ki a koe kai kaunihira Smith, e mihi ana ki a koe kai kaunihira Stratford, kia kaha tonu. It is Māori Language Week, so it is only right that we started our karakia with Te Reo Māori there, and that one talks all about the winds coming in, and it's a little bit chilly, but hopefully for not much longer. And e mihi ana kia koe, Councillor Stratford, for kicking us off there and then passing it over, and that's fine. I am lucky enough that I got to have a grandmother around when I was growing up who was a first language speaker. So I learned at high school, but I got to practice with her, and the more you practice at anything, the better you get, and that's the same with doing mihi. So kia kaha, Councillor Stratford, and thank you for the privilege of being able to open us up. I'll pass it back to you. Koro matua kata. Thank you, me kara.
Thank you, kia ora, Moko. Thank you for that. You actually cut out for a minute, so I assume that you were passing the meeting back to me. Perfect. Thank you. So welcome everybody, and it is Māori Language Week. So for all of those who can, at least learn a word a day if that's possible. Even Moko, you'll have to spend some time with me. Oops, we gone silent again.
No, you're good. You're good. Yep.
Moko, you'll have to teach me a word a day. But anyway, thank you very much. So look, this is a very quick meeting, a special meeting. We've done the opening prayer. Apologies, there are none. Deputations, there are none. There are no mayoral announcements. So we'll come to item 5, which is the Kerikeri water billing under COVID-19. It's all set out in the paper. I don't know unless you want to have, we don't need a long discussion in my view. I will move the motion. Do I have a seconder, please?
Happy to second, your worship.
Thank you very much. It's a machinery thing. Has anybody got any comments that they wish to make, or can we just go to the vote? It's just a machinery matter of administration. Brought about by COVID. Rachel's got her hand up.
Thank you, your worship. I just wanted to ask for clarity. C of this resolution says that we approve staff working with consumers on payment plans. I just wanted some really good clarity around whether that will be all consumers or whether that will be an opt-in kind of process. How proactive will we be in that space? Thank you.
Will, can you answer that for us, please?
Through you, Chair, I'm going to ask Janice to deal with the detail, but the one thing that I'll say in the generality is that I'm particularly struck with the empathetic approach which Janice and her team have carried out in this space. Clearly, we want to collect money, but clearly we also know at the same time that some people are having it difficult during these difficult times of COVID. Jan, could you address the specific question?
Sure. Through you, Chair. Pending the resolution today, we have got letters on standby to go to every customer in Kerikeri, outlining the reasons why we are unable to bill them, and offering them contact to our team if they want to make payment arrangements or if they likewise wanted to send in a meter reading, we could raise an invoice based on that meter reading. No, I take that back. We wouldn't raise an invoice, but we would tell them the amount that they could pay.
Thank you. Thank you for that explanation.
Thank you, Worship. Just to follow on from that, can I perhaps just reiterate the opportunity that we have here from a communications point of view as well? So it's great that those letters are available to go out, and just perhaps pleading that if we could do some comms around this, encouraging people to engage in a more proactive manner as well, that would be really beneficial. Thank you, Your Worship.
Thank you. And I will, if you could talk to Richard about that, that would be useful. I see John Busich got his hand up, and then Kelly.
Yeah, I just had a quick question. I understand it's very simple. I can see the need since we can't read the bills. But I do have a question. Why can't we, based on the previous 6 months or that 6 months at this time, last year, send out an interim bill saying this is the interim bill? That would make it easier and more consistent with the payment, I guess, that's been made to those bills. And then the final payment, when it's finally read, can even it all up. So just a question for the staff, or Janice.
Can you comment, Janice?
Yes, through you, Chair. The Rating Act actually says that where you charge by cubic metre, you have to read the meters to establish that charge. So if we were to raise an estimated invoice, it would actually be illegal, and we wouldn't be able to collect it should the customer not pay it.
Thank you. I thought that was the case, but it needs to be raised. Thank you.
Thank you. Kelly?
Thank you. I just wanted to, I know we discussed this last week, but I wanted to get some clarity on what the process was for the Kaikohe meters last year. Can you remind us, Janice?
Through you, Chair, it's exactly the same as this. This is exactly the mirror of what happened in Kaikohe last year.
Excellent. Cool.
Thank you
very much for that. And I just, if anybody has had the opportunity to tune in today, rates and water rates, set up payment plans if you are struggling. We welcome you to, because we know that people are doing it tough out there.
Thank you, Kelly. That's very good advice. Felicity?
Kia ora koutou, ahi Marie. I just wanted to support what John has raised, Councillor Busich, with regard to the billing. I know that what Janice has raised about the Rating Act, however, payment plans have been established, for example, a weekly or fortnightly payment that has been set up prior. I'm not sure the wording of the letters, but in my experience, I personally have had other options where there's a payment plan like $20 a week or $20 a fortnight, something of that nature that contributes towards the water bill. So when the water bill does come, then that's offset against the actual meter reading. I'm not sure of the wording, Janice, and if we can include something of that nature as an option, because I know that it works really well and makes cash flows king in any business, in any family unit as well. So I think that that's a realistic and practical option as well.
Yeah. Thank you, Felicity, and I think that's what I heard Will and Janice say, that that's one of the things that will be broadcast out for that very reason. Our objective is to make it as easy as we can for any of the people who are involved in this. All right, if there's no other hands raised, and I can't see any, I'm going to put the question. So I'm in favour. Can we have the vote up, please? I'm in favour. Councillor Court, Deputy Mayor.
In favour, thank you.
Councillor Clendon.
Aye.
Councillor Collard.
Aye.
Councillor Foy.
Aye.
Councillor Radich.
Yep.
Councillor Smith.
Support.
Councillor Spratford.
Aye.
Councillor Tepanier.
Aye.
Councillor Busich.
Aye.
Thank you all. That is carried. So that brings us to the end of the meeting. Moko or Rachel or Kelly, which one of you wants to do a closing karakia for us?
I believe Chief Executive Clark will be closing us off with a karakia today.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yep.
We're happy to do that. Sean, the floor is yours.
This could be high risk, Your Worship. Let's pray. Kia tau kia tātou katoa, e te atawhai o tō tātou ariki, a ihu karaiti, me te aroha o te atua, me te whiwhinga tahitanga, ki te wairua tapu, ake. Amen.
Amen. Kia ora, Sean.
Thank you all very much.
Kia ora.
And
Kia ora.
we'll
Kia ora,
see
Sean.
you back on here in 2
Kia ora, Sean.
seconds with the workshop.
Kia ora.